Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Today's topic is don't tolerate his disrespect. Don't do it, ladies. Don't tolerate his disrespect. You deserve the best. Now before we get started, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now to get us started, I did pull the video and we have a letter. So let's watch this video, then we're going to dive right into this topic. Don't tolerate his disrespect. Here we go.
If you're a grown man and you're married or you're in a relationship, it is disrespectful as hell for you to be on social media drooling over random women and leaving likes and comments on their photo. And men will say, well, I don't know these women. I'll never meet these women in person. What's the big deal? It's not about you looking at other women. Your girlfriends, your wives, they know you have eyes. You see other women on a daily basis that you lust over and you fantasize about women on a daily basis. They know that. They're not stupid. It's about the disrespect involved with you being on a public platform, leaving likes and comments for everyone to see, for them to see. How do you think it makes them feel?
4 things your man does if he doesn't respect you. 1, likes pictures of other girls on Instagram or makes pervy comments. He probably knows you're going to see that. He just doesn't give up what you think. 2, watches porn and makes no attempt to hide it. He can at least do it when he's on his own, when you're not around, not when you're in bed, and he can at least clear the history and the cache on his phone so you don't find out about it. 3, goes out on big nights out, gets drunk, doesn't call you and disappears for ages. You don't know what he's up to. He could be cheating, he could be with other women, he could be dead or in the gutter. He doesn't really care what you think anyway, so he just doesn't bother to WhatsApp you or call you. And 4, he lets you down on special occasions. He never gets you the presents you want. He doesn't make a fuss of you on Valentine's or your birthday. He never invests in big holidays abroad. You know why? Because he doesn't care. And that's why you shouldn't. Keep it moving. Find a man who can do those things properly.
Okay, let's read this letter. She says, I am a 30-year-old woman, married for 4 years. We have 3 kids and 1 on the way. I saw the red flags with my husband while we were dating in 2014. Well then, but you married him anyway? Okay. He likes to text other women that he works with. So he was already texting other women while you were dating. Okay. Calling them sexy, telling them that they are his type, and how he wants to be with them. Some of them would send him sexy, non-nude photos of themselves. And when I confront him about it, it is dismissed my feelings and continue to text them. All right. So, so while you were dating, he was doing all this. Already disrespecting you. All right. Let's read on. I did leave the relationship in 2018, and I was happy and finishing my degree. But he wanted to reconcile and be a family with our then 2-year-old. And I say yes, and we moved in together in 2019. Okay. Oh, okay. So you decided to go with this man who had been disrespecting you for years, probably because of the children. That's the reason a lot of women just say, okay, let's try to be a family. Let's try to work it out. I understand. He always put me down due to my weight. I'm 5'5" and 190 pounds. The women he texts are slim, and that makes me insecure. When we met, I was in the gym and working out and weighing about 180. That's just 10 pounds less. Okay. And I stopped when we started dating. 10 pounds? Shoot. You carry around 5 pounds of water. So 10 pounds? No. Watching your videos, I understand that the reason I tolerated his behavior is because of my insecurities that stem from my being molested as a child. Yeah, you got childhood wounds that need to be healed, okay? And that will make you stronger and not tolerate disrespect from anybody. It will really change you from the inside, and it will show on the outside. You need healing. I honestly don't want to be in this marriage anymore. I have been thinking about leaving him and the children. I don't want to be a struggling single mother. Well, have been mothers who leave the kids with the dad. So I wouldn't fault you for that. Okay, it'll be your decision. He currently works as a mechanic and gets paid weekly. I am 1 year away from finishing my degree in a career that I can easily make $50,000 a year starting out of college. Should I stay an extra year because of the newborn, or just leave now? And when the baby turns 1, just hand the baby over to him. Okay, all right, let's look at this. Hopefully he's the kind of man who would be a good father to these kids. Okay, that's number 1. He disrespected you all over the place. But you wouldn't want to leave your kids in the hand of a monster, would you? So I'm hoping that he is a decent man to his kids. Now for you, it's totally, you have free will. And if you decide to leave these kids with him, then that's your free will. Now, you'll probably get a lot of repercussions after the kids get grown or whatever. I don't know. You know, I guess if you're still in their lives but not caring for them day to day, they would still know you as their mother, and you know what I mean. It can be worked out, but it can be a touchy situation when a mother leaves the kids. You want to make sure that your kids are in good hands. Okay? Now, as far as he's concerned, nah, you don't want to stay with him. I agree with you wanting to leave. You wouldn't want to keep on with this. And plus, you're going to be, he's not going to be on your level in a minute. Now, not unless he's making a whole heck of a lot of money being a mechanic. And that's going to be an issue, too. When women make a lot more money than their husbands, they feel intimidated or challenged by it. All right? And look at this. With you making more money, you leave your kids with him, you're going to be paying child support for those children. Okay, so keep that in your mind. You will be paying probably a hefty child support for those 3 kids. All right? I just want you to understand that. Okay? As far as him being disrespectful, no woman deserves to be with a man who is disrespectful. He was doing it while you were dating. So, you know, you can't fault him for doing it now, really. Men don't change. That was the reason of dating a man, to get to know him, not to sleep with him and have fun with him. That you understand? Women, we have lost our reason for doing certain things. Or we're just going with the norm. Or we're just going with what we've been told. When you date a person, it's about getting to know them. Getting to know if this is the person that you would like to have a relationship with. Does he measure up to your standards? You find that in the dating process. But if you sleep with him way too early, it's going to take you longer to really know who he is. Then already he is not going to value you as much as if you hold off. All right? And plus, during that time you hold off is how you get to know him, you know, with how he reacts with certain people. How does he handle difficult situations? You know, Does he get angry and fly off and want to fight people? You won't know that unless you hold off. You see? You don't sleep with him and then get to know all those things, because once you sleep with him, then he's going to be himself then, because he's already gotten what he wants. You see? But you want to see himself before you sleep with him, and that takes time. So you can guard yourself from being in relationship with these disrespectful people by taking your time with them in the beginning when you meet them. And please don't go by the 3-date rule of sleeping with him. In 3 dates, he's going to expect you to sleep with him. Tell him up front, I'm celibate. Okay? And if he's only interested in having sex with you, he's going to leave anyway. And you don't want that kind of man, because he's going to end up doing a whole lot of these disrespectful things along the way, because he only wanted you for sex. Okay? So now you tell a man that you're a celibate, and he says, oh, okay. And then you get to know the man. Any man who will stick with you when you tell him that you're celibate. And I'm not talking about the men who keep pressuring you about sex. You tell him that you're celibate, but everything comes out of his mouth is about sex. Not those men. Those men are in the category of he's no good. He's no go. He's no good. He's telling you what he wants from you. Just sex. Now, in the letter, you married this man, and he was disrespecting you in the beginning. Now you know now. In the dating process, you get to see all these things. He's not for you. Walk away. And plus, if you have not slept with them, it'll be easier for you to walk away, because you won't have a soul tie with them. But if you sleep with them early in your dating stage while you're trying to get to know him, and it's going to take a whole lot longer for you to see who he really is, because he's going to keep up that facade just to have sex with you. Okay? And 9 times out of 10, you only see him when he's ready to have sex with you. You don't get to know people like that. Okay? Even if the relationship turns into marriage. To guard yourself, you got to take your time. When you see disrespect, I would call it out the first time. But if he did it the second time, I would be on my way out. Okay? Because, I'll give a man a pass, because men were raised differently. Every man you meet was not raised in a 2-family loving home. Every man you meet did not come from that. Okay? So they have a different idea about some things. And they may do something that's disrespectful, thinking it's okay because they've seen men in their family do it. Okay? So, if I were involved with somebody, the first time he did it, I would call him out on it and explain, no, you don't, I'm not going to tolerate this. Okay? But if he does it again, that's it. That means that's a pattern in his life, and he would have to decide to change it. You can't help him change it. So I would leave. All right? So I hope that you understand the message today. Ladies, remember, you are a prize. You don't tolerate disrespect from men. So when it happens, let him know. And if he does not respond to that, break it off. Walk away. Love yourself. Don't allow a man to manipulate you into staying in a horrible situation with him disrespecting you at every turn. I hope that you understand the message today. And I really hope that it helps someone. Now, those of you who may have a question that you'd like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. And if you're looking for today's affirmation, the link is also in the description. And if any of you are interested in these caps, they are available in my online store and you will find a link in the description. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters, and a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best, and I really hope to see you next time.